Well, the legal battle over President Trump's immigration order is heating up with a high-stakes hearing set for today.
A federal appeals court will hear arguments to reinstate the executive order. So where will the case go from here? Attorney Elliot Felig is joining us now. Thank you for joining us, first of all.
Pleasure. Good morning.
So what do you expect to happen today? Take us through the logistics of it. There are 3 judges.
Right. So let's stipulate at the outset that the president does not have home court advantage going into this one. Judges at the outset tend to be deferential to lower court rulings. So that's the first challenge he faces. The second issue is it's the Ninth Circuit tends to be perceived as the most left-leaning of the various circuit courts. But they're going to have at 6 o'clock Eastern time 1 hour of oral argument. It'll be done over the telephone. It'll be live streamed from the court, and we'll get a decision possibly as early as tonight.
Well, on Sunday we saw some movement over the weekend. Normally you don't think anything happens over the weekend in the world of the legal world, but Sunday we had the appeals court denying the Justice Department's request for a reinstatement of the executive order. Will that carry weight this week?
It will. I mean, the 2 judges who denied lifting the TRO are going to be hearing the case this afternoon. So to the extent that they've tipped their hand, that means the president and his lawyers from the Department of Justice are going to have an uphill battle today.
And what we're talking about today, you just mentioned the TRO. That's the very narrow thing that they're addressing now.
Correct. But in order to get to the question of the temporary restraining order, they do look at the constitutional implications and the statutory implications, all the substantive issues that will be explored more definitively or more thoroughly later will be touched upon, certainly in the oral argument today.
One of the things you're hearing from the Trump administration across all of their talking points, Kellyanne Conway, Vice President Mike Pence, and the president himself, is that this is national security, and tying this to this 1952 immigration law. Tell us about that. What does that mean for this case?
Sure. So that 1952 statute is incredibly broad. It says that the president can suspend the entry of any class of aliens when the president deems such entry as detrimental to the United States. That's tempered somewhat by a 1965 amendment which bars discrimination based on national origin in the issuance of certain types of immigration visas, but the president's executive order actually touches not only immigration visas but also student visas, work visas, etc. So these are the sort of tensions, whether it's statutes that are seemingly in conflict with each other or constitutional principles which are in conflict with each other, that create controversies.
Yeah. And FDR, Truman, Obama all had similar orders, and they were upheld. What about the impact to President Trump's pick for the Supreme Court, Judge Gorsuch?
So that's a great question. The timetable is not clear. Even if the Supreme Court does decide to address it, it's not certain that even if confirmed, Judge Gorsuch would be on the court in time to participate in the argument.
Is that something he'd have to recuse himself from?
No. Even though he's a Trump nominee, unless he's had some personal involvement with the litigation or if he had some personal stake in the litigation, he can still sit and determine it.
So tell us, what do you think will happen? Give us your prediction.
If we learned one thing, Heather, in the 2016 election, it's that making predictions on TV kind of a risky proposition, and I'm a risk-averse kind of guy.
Smart.
I'm not going there.
He'll go to Vegas, but he won't do it here on TV. Thanks, Elliot. We appreciate it.